feedback, I think, is that if they're going to charge Jake, we haven't run penalties for Jake.
Okay. No, that's all right. So what number 10? It's 59. 59, that's what he's got. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I mean, it's great that we want to use the facility, but we just need a strategy for it.
Just put that in the bag, the bag's on cool. So we're running.
I'll soon leave.
Welcome to Newcastle #1 Sports Ground for this blockbuster clash between Newcastle City and Cardiff here this afternoon. David Redden and Kendall Clausen with you here on a glorious Newcastle afternoon. I cannot wait for what should be an excellent and intriguing game of football. Cardiff Football Club, 1 Simon O'Brien, 2 Tom Lashley, 5 Jack Pratt, 6 Nick Tomlinson, 7 Bryce Gretz, 8 Michael Ryan, Jared Campbell in 9, Adam Clark in 12, Angus McGuinness 14, Declan Moroney in 15. Dan Robson 17, Zachariah Metcalf in 18, Connor Edwards 21, Trent Thompson 33, Marcus DeLua 35, Aaron Wilber 36, Hamish Thompson 37, Isaac Hughes 46, Tim Keys 53, Logan Marshall in 40, Tom Hawthorne on 56 and Len Cathcart in 59. Newcastle City 1 Josh Taylor, 2 Mac O'Malley, 3 Harrison Selkirk, 5 Luke Warnsley, Connor Haswell 7, Joe O'Donoghue 8, Hugh Blanchfield 10, Isaac King in 11, Mitchell Knight 13, Jake Harder-Condon in 14, Ethan Durfridge 17, Hamish Tomlinson 18, Jason Crawford 19, 8 Gibson 20, Zach McDonald 21, Reed Van Christie 22, Jack Lyons 24, Liam Dwyer 26, Ian Carley, who a child how to pronounce his surname. It's not spelled Carley, but that's how it's pronounced. Ian Carley in 28, Owen Carley, Max Quillen 38, Liam Carroll 60, and Brady Sweetenham in 77. Just a couple of minutes away here from the commencement of this fixture. For mine, and we call a lot of these big games, here is a massive test of Cardiff credibility. If they hold any hope of breaking the stranglehold that Newcastle City and Terragalovoka have on our league, today is the day they've got to strike and be strong and be tough for 4 quarters. Not 3, not 3.5, but 4. They're playing a very good football side on their home ground. Everything points to a Newcastle City win. All of us want to see where Cardiff are at right now. They're coming off a poor loss last week up there in that Mid-Hunter at Rose Point Park against the Chooks. And now they come up against Singleton. Bryce Gretz has won the toss and will kick to the left of screen. There is the slightest of breeze. It's just the slight zephyr. It's hardly there. Tops of the trees are going right to left on screen, so that indicates a southeaster or a southerly coming from the beach. Just for those of you that don't know the area, the beaches and Merriweather are to the right of screen. Marketown Shops are to the left-hand side of screen. Here as we are in Newcastle West. Our umpires today, the Prime Possum, Ryan Stanton, and Link McCauley and Sam Shergold have got the football in the middle. Our boundary umpires, Dylan and Ryan Bottom. And our goal umpires backing up to the women's picture, Shane Lowndes, and our mate Stats, Andy Baldwin. Looking forward to working here this afternoon. David Ridden flying solo. Lucas Holmes is umpiring right now. He's doing Walls End, West Newcastle and Warners Bay in the plate at Bill Elliott Oval in Maryland. Important game for Warners Bay. They must win to stay in the six. We miss Lucas and look forward to seeing him next week. Our game next week. We're calling all 3 games. It's going to be sore tonsils at the end of that day. All 3 games at Fane Oval with Warners Bay hosting a couple of different clubs. And the cup game next week, Warners Bay face up to the might of Terrigal Avoca. Not far away from the start here. We're 1 minute before the scheduled start of the game. Our major sponsor in the AFLHCC is Hunter Haval. We thank them immensely for their long-term support of football in our region. Hunter Haval and Brian Hilton Haval at North Gosford. Sorry, Brian, I forgot you there for a moment. Cannot wait for this one. Let's see how they go about it. Bit to my surprise, I had been told that Ethan Durbridge may have left the area and gone back to Tasmania, but he's certainly here today. Rawnsley there. No Anthony Baker. That's a big out for Newcastle City. Massive out, actually. Really interested. Where does Haswell play? Now, with Cardiff running right to left, just trying to spot Connor Haswell at the moment. That may be him on the right-hand side. No, it's not. That's Sweetenham. Connor won't be happy with me calling him Brady Sweetenham. There's about 6 inches difference. And just trying to spot Haswell at the moment. Suspect he's in the back 6. Durbridge is there. Dwyer's on the wing. In the middle in 28 is Carly. Mitchell Knight in there. Hugh Blanchfield is in there. So it looks like that Carly's going to go into the ruck here. Red-headed Irishman. God, there's a prototype for you. We're just about ready to rock and roll here. Newcastle #1 Sports Ground, a magnificent July day. You wouldn't want to be anywhere else. This is Cardiff's big test. What will the next 2 hours unfold for us here? Let's see. Just about ready to rock and roll. Here we go. Black Diamond Cup football at its very best. Away we go. Oh, great tap out to start. Bo, I reckon. Over the shoulder free kick. Now, no, umpire said it's mine. Thank you, my bad. Bo with a right hander gets that one out. I think it's both. 59's Cathcart. Picked up by Carly. Good tackle. Or is that a sling? It's hard, I'll tell you what. It's actually Keys in there in the ruck with Carly. Carly had no intention of going to football that time. Gets to ground level. Mitchell Knight in there along with Blanchfield. Picked up by the Rat, Simon O'Brien. Into Carter's forward line. There's Connor Haswell at half-back. As expected. Goes wide. Van Huisteed leading the way. Lovely handball. Superb, O'Donoghue. Low driving ball. Up towards Thompson and up towards McDonald. And out of bounds. Over there at half-back for the Cardiff Footy Club. Keys in here in 53. Carly coming from the side as you would expect with a smaller body. Marcus DeLua gets it out on the right boot. Onto the square. Ball could go anywhere. Beautifully read by Harder-Conan, who's a prime mover, let me tell you. Can seriously play. Crawford's wanting a handball off Dwyer here. Dwyer running through the arc. Oh, almost a mark there too. Is that Max up forward? No, it's not. That's McDonald. Going well on the league goal kick in this year is McDonald.
Hey, Woodsy, would you want to cover me for a little bit?
Boundary umpire is going to go way up deep and take this throw in next to the side screen. Short driving throw in comes in. Picked up, kicked away. Cardiff get a good purchase on that. That ball's going to stay in, I reckon. No, it doesn't. Durbridge seeing that out, along with Declan Hoy-Maroney, who we've seen it a couple of times this year at Pasterfield. Now there's an injury there for Cardiff early. Keys has come straight off. and gone straight into the change rooms underneath us. You would have seen him just go off there. So let's hope he's okay. Pushing the back should be paid against... I haven't got a 24. That's going to be interesting. Maybe a number change. I'll get that sorted for you. Crash ball. Good tackle. Umpire said mine. 24 is Regan Bow. So I've got Bow in 24. Out the ball comes. Handball back to Carly in trouble. Where was Pryor? Pratt going to go square and does. Finds his man. Out there is Campbell. Well, it's happened that right leg. Out here goes Lashley. Driving right footer. Picked off by Rawns at the back. Haswell with a superb left foot kick. Goes over the top of Hartikine and he's good enough to pick it up. Leads the way. Lovely left foot step. Beats Ryan. Looking for Mitchell Knight. Finds him lace out. Knight plays on. Straight down the centre. Gretz coming back courageously, gets a hand to it. Van Huisteen and Gretz. Gretz, good tackle. Intercepted by Blanchfield. Off goes Thompson. And finds his man in Gabe Gibson in front. Talented cricketer to Abe Gibson for the Hamilton Wickham Cricket Club here in Newcastle. No score yet, 3 3/4 minutes gone. Goes short. And Marcus comes off and picks him off. Away goes Delua down that right side. Gets a thumping kick to that. That's gone 65, 70 metres from Marcus. Away go Cardiff into attack. I thought Hartikine could have got a push in the back. And it's at ground level. The umpire says, I'll have it, thank you. By my colleague saying, there's my channel behind me. Carly gets that one out. Looks like he's got a good lead. Cardiff structure is going to be hurt significantly if Keys can't come back. Now Keys is back out on the ground. You wonder whether he had a slight dislocation of the finger, but he's back out there on the bench now in 53. Campbell, that's a heavy bandage on his right screen there. Yeah, this is what they're going to do with Carly all day. He's trying to use body on him because he's a slighter build of a player. Built like a typical Gaelic footballer, actually. He's an Irishman, by the way. And that's out before Jack Pratt can get a kick to it. No score here. Remarkable after 5 minutes. Very tight start to this game. Umpire out on half-back flank. In that ball comes. Tapped out of there by... O'Brien gets that football eventually. Andrew Risby in 22. Was 50 paid? No, Ryan's got a free kick. Veteran forward, kicked a lot of goals in those colours. Michael Ryan thumps it forward, up towards the hot spot. Haswell will read this at the back, drops it. Most unusual. Usually got superb hands, Connor Haswell. Ryan says we'll have a throw in. Almost 6 minutes gone. No score here yet at Newcastle number 1. Sides just sorting each other out. Off comes Sweetenham to be replaced by Taylor. Tapped out by Risby. O'Brien goes backwards. Ryan tries to beat the tackle. Correct decision given. Ryan was trying to get rid of that football, had no prior. Stanton says, I'll have that, thank you. Carly and Risby. Carly's got a lovely leap on him. He gets that ball down right-handed. Ryan in and under. Along there. Oh, gee, want to be careful with that right hand. Rawnsley in and under as well with him. Two veterans of the league. Giving great service to those two. To their two clubs, of those two. Carly gets the leap there. Lovely leap. Gets the jump on him as well. Good tackle by Dwyer. Lovely handball out. Gets O'Brien. Little 5-10 metre kick. Haswell. Very scrappy early this game's been. Very tight. Little short kick comes out from Mitchell Knight. Dwyer gets Wembers. Took a clever tap to him. Pushed the back surely. Not paid. Oh, thumping. That player might be wounded in Hughes. Isaac Hughes. He's sore. He's going to come off. He might be cut here. Just looking down the naked eye in front. Isaac Hughes just comes straight off after that hard knock. Let's just hope he's okay. I think he might be bleeding, actually. Let's just hope that he's okay. Slightly shaken up there in that play. Tapped out by Carly. Knight sharks it well. Ball smothered brilliantly by Lashley. O'Brien, steps one. Pratt, handball back Campbell. That's deliberate. Not paid. Boundary umpire said the field umpire said there was someone close enough to him. 7 3/4 minutes gone. Still no score here at number 1. Good tap out from Max Quinlan, who's gone onto the ball. Chance here for Cardiff. They can get wide. They can't. Away goes King. Gets it. Average left foot kick. Backs up for another kick. Misses. Van Huisteed comes in. Here's King staying on his feet. Very well done there by Robson in and under. Trips over one another. That shouldn't be a free kick and isn't. Hardekinen taps it out. Van Huisteed just puts that one up in the air. Chasing is O'Donoghue. Chasing is Clark. And the ball goes out of bounds. Just off centre wing. 8 1/4 minutes gone. Here at number 1. Still scoreless in this game. Quinlan and Risby. Risby gets a right fist to that one. Read by Simon O'Brien best. Gets it forward. And out of bounds. Just want to see that's out of bounds on the bounce of the full. Looks like it'll be a throw in. Don't forget, we're coming to you from Pasterfield tomorrow. Excuse me. For the social grand final between Hunter Masters and Torrigala Logan. We'll be on air from 2:55. Join Sam Zickman, Kendall Clausen, and yours truly. Max Quinlan gets that ball down. O'Brien's get a lot of it early. Got leather poisoning, actually. Quick kick comes out from Wivell. Knows how to kick a goal as Wiv. Out there, Hardekinen handballs to himself very cleverly. Again, can't quite pick it up. It's just one of those days here at number 1. They can't quite pick it up. Here goes Hardekinen now. Really stuck at that. Haswell. And for once, an average disposal picked off by Thompson. Left-hand handball. Out here to Tomlinson. First touch for the great man. Thompson. Can he intercept that? He can't. Ball picked up. Off that ball comes from Risby. Out from Hoy Maroney. Goes over Wivell's head. Here's Selkote with him. Wivell reads it best. Picks it up now. Gets an urgent right foot on it. Mitchell Knight sitting in the slot. Tries to run straight over the top of Robson. And plays on. Comes wide. Combox side. Haswell will take that very comfortably on his chest. Good spot from Knight. What have Newcastle City got down the wing? He goes inboard. Finds his man. Continuing on, he goes to another player out the middle. Looks like Van Huisteed is. At centre half back. Looks for a handball. Can't give it to Durbridge. Taylor's on over our right. He's free over here. Van Huisteed swings onto his left. Abe Gibson's out there. He's got a yard. He's a left footer as well. Is he going to give a handball away? He does to Lyons. Intercepted here by Zachariah Metcalf. Great to see Zach playing football again for Cardiff. O'Brien flies down the middle. 6th or 7th touch for the Rat. Going forward. No one really wants it. Keys. In comes Rawnsley. There's Sweeten in and under. Smallest player on the ground. Handball out. Here's O'Malley. Off here to Max Quinlan in the white bike shorts. Crawford. Is that Crawford or is Blanchfield? Looks the way he stepped out. No, it is Blanchfield. I was wrong. Comes wide. Just can't quite get that. Tomlinson reads it best. And we'll get it out of bounds in front of. There's Jackson Crawford in 19. Hughes did get a cut nose. He's just underneath us now. And he's getting that fixed. They may go to Hannibal Lecter on him. Legs get it. Letting goal kicker Isaac Hughes. This is a remarkable story. I've been playing footy for 2 years. It was soccer play before that. Must be some sort of athlete. O'Brien, he's 8th touch at least. Handball out there from Clark. Now's a chance. Here's Cathcart. Needs to get a handball out. Great tackle. Who was that coming back with the flight? That's Reed Van Huisteed. Superb. Handball. Rawnsley. Goes wide with that ranging left boot of his. I thought there could have been interference on Zach McDonald there. Not paid. Goes right. Sweeping left-hand handball was brilliant. However, missed. That could be a push in the back. Not paid. O'Malley, good tackle there on Marshall. Marshall butters up for more. Goes wide. Anyone's ball here. Rawnsley's first to it. Looking for a Shepherd. Dobridge does enough. Rawnsley. Perfect delivery over there to Joe O'Donoghue. injured player coming off is McDonald, I think, right in front of us. Short ball, Van Huysteed, who just gets better and better. Won the grand final best and fairest last year. And Newcastle City's come from behind, win over Terry Lavoca. Called to play on, he steps Marcus. Got a good left and will use it. Delivery, Crawford again, buttery hands. Van Huysteed backs up for more. Well done, Reed Van Huysteed. Thumps it up, Gary Owen type, and beautifully read by the vastly experienced Tomlinson. Comes Comlock, spied off one leg. I bet you the delivery's good to Ryan. Ryan up at half back. Onto his left, goes forward. Getting towards Keys, Rawnsley will pick him off there. As soon as he gets to ground level, Rawnsley's got the advantage. Over here to Harder Kinder. Great to see Jake playing football again. As well, goes back with the flight, takes the mark onto his left foot. Can he spot someone up? He does brilliantly. And Lux of Fortune and Thompson gets that mark in front of Gretz. Thumping it forward. Here comes Crawford, steps himself really. Good tackle, Tomlinson, picked off by Metcalf. All on Tomlinson's head there, did very well. No score, 13 and a quarter minutes gone. That's a remarkable scoreline. O'Malley, here's a chance for the first goal. Goes forward, right to the square. There's Crawford, taps it out unselfishly. Van Huysteed will finish. Very well done, Newcastle City. They worked that through very cleverly. And the first score of the game comes to Reed Van Huysteed. Newcastle City 1 straight 6. Cardiff yet to score. Looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval Maitland and Brian Hilton Haval North Gosford for their range of affordable SUVs. Book your test drive today. Cleverly done, Newcastle City. 13 and a half minutes to score. I don't think you could have offered any decent odds for that at all. It's just remarkable. And if you look at the weather here, it's as good as it seems. It's almost breathless. There's no wind. And the ground in good nick. And in comes Ryan Stanton with the football. This will be Bo and Carly. That's an infraction in the square. Someone's gone outside, so it's a warning. That's a warning. It's a warning against Cardiff. So Cardiff have gone in. So any more infractions today, and Cardiff will get a free kick against them. Carly and Bo back into it again. Oh, big knee. That was fair, actually. Bo only had eyes for the football. Pratt. Big congregation of players. And Ryan Stanton's got the football again, right in the centre circle. Carly, that should have been a push them back. He put his hand in his back, not paid. Knight, Crawford too quick and in front. Looking his options. Cardiff will have flooded now. Superb delivery to Abe Gibson. Now Gibson's going to be kicking just from inside the arc, I reckon. I'm just waiting to see where Stanton puts the mark here. Yeah, he'll kick pretty much on the arc. Metcalf's 6'5", so he's got to really get some purchase into this kick to get the distance. Gibson from the arc. Again, it's a gorgeous afternoon. There's no breeze. Doesn't get all of it. Falls short. Gratz. There's a push in the back coming here. Cardiff, I thought that advantage could have been paid. That was immediate, but not paid. Marcus gets the free kick deep in defence. He's marking on. He's on the back of the line there. Plays on Delure. Goes wide. Good purchase on that kick. Perfect kick to Gretz. That is such good delivery. And away go Cardiff. Taking the boot between the teeth was Clark. Ball falls into a hole. Wivel, good tackle. Very good tackle. Not usually one of Aaron Wivel's great strengths, but that was excellent. Tackle there made by Carroll. And we'll have a ball up. Tackle made on Hoy Moroney. Carly. Right-handed. Geez, clever. That is a free kick to Carly, I believe, against Bo. Bo's asking, why, sir? Thought they had a hold of each other. Irishman goes wide. Padula, too much body strength, holds off Van Huysteed. Good bump, stays on his feet, Marcus. Back comes Reed, good contest. Well done, Van Huysteed in the end. And a chest mark taken by Sweetenham. Quick player is Sweetenham. Down the line goes Thompson. Crawford trying to get in front. Oh, brilliantly read by Tomlinson. Got a good bounce too, just Wiley. 1-2 with Gretz, 1-2-3 now with Pratt. Now they're in trouble. Excellent tackle, gone. You saw him pin his arm there, Thompson, and he's done a superb job there in making that tackle. Goes off his left, comes off the side, looking for Haswell, and it's a downfield free kick against Pratt. Bit undisciplined. Haswell goes. No, he's put round on his mark by Stanton. Haswell's a good enough kick to kick this. There's no one in the square. Thompson's got to go back. There's still no one in the square. Oh, what a delivery by Haswell. Chiseling ball to Crawford. Crawford's got this kick. Let's have a look to the naked eye, David. 38-40 out. And Crawford, not a bad kick, a set shot of goal. He loves the snap, does Jackson. So does his brother. Let's see Crawford go through this to kick Newcastle City's second goal and the second goal of the match. 18 minutes gone in the quarter, just the one score in the quarter, a goal to City. Crawford, off to the left, I reckon, skews badly at the end, doesn't even get to the line. Tomlinson, off to Marcus. Marcus's third or fourth, very long kick, hits Keys. At least he came hard at that, really hard. Got the ball. Hoy Maroney, handballs off, misses his first target, gets Pratt. Back to Keys. Harder-Kynan should have him at ground level. Does. Comes back. Good tackle, Keys. And gone. Really well done, Keys. Second and third effort. Gets the football. Pratt onto his trusty left. Dumps it forward. Where's Wibble? Falls over. Chance here for Cardiff. Can't quite get it. Durbridge in trouble there. Out of here is Selkirk. Oh, beautifully done with lovely hands. Durbridge comes wide. Combox side. Past the arc now. Over here is Taylor. Tries to step through traffic. Luckily gets away with it. Gretz uses the body. Thompson picks it up now. Handball, precise. O'Malley. Good football, City. There's 4 handballs. They need one more and they're out. Dwyer, and they are away. Away goes Dwyer. Gibson. Sweetenham. Van Huisteen, is there someone in the square? There is. That is such clever football. And Jackson Crawford runs it through. Newcastle City 2 straight 12. And Cardiff yet to score. And superb chain handball from Newcastle City. Located on picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find us on Facebook. It's the home of the AFL Hunter Central Coast. Already, just with 2 kicks, Newcastle City seem to have Cardiff at the moment at ground level on the clearances. Cardiff have got to come up with some answers quickly. 20 minutes gone, first quarter, 2 goals the difference. Keys and Carley. Cam Keast out injured today and will be back in a couple of weeks. Keys off to O'Brien. Brilliant ruck work. O'Brien wide. Big leap there. Missed. And out of bounds. Big leap there by Isaac Hughes. Good to see Isaac back out in the field. Off comes Carley and Max Quinlan will replace him on the ball. Right in front of us. Next week, of course, Warners Bay and Terrigalaloka from Fane Oval in Warners Bay. Michael Ryan, a little short right foot kick. Comes back at it for a second effort. Cathcart in there, O'Brien. Looking, there's Cathcart now, I beg your pardon. And free kick given for... It's a free kick to Michael Ryan. Perhaps he was dragged out of play. Look, you can see the options that he's got now. And Ryan, who is a true full forward, is actually going to take a ping here. Lovely shot on Kendall's camera here, right down the barrel of this kick. Ryan's put that up to the hot spot. It's going to fall short. 3 or 4 plays mark it. Is that a mark or is it a push out? It's a push out being given, I think, against Wibble to Harder-Kynan. Harder-Kynan immediately goes wide, looking for Lyons. Overruns him. Off Thompson's thigh. That's not out on the full. And out of bounds. Someone's having a patty downstairs. You can hear them in the microphones. Sounds like some kids having a bit of fun. Yeah. Thanks, Kendall. I got the non-digits kids having a bit of fun. As they're loaned to do, Quinlan and Keys. Quinlan wins that one out. Marcus in there. Tackled instantaneously and no opportunity. Ball up. All 3 grades on Bar TV next week. It's a long day at the office for us. Welcome Lucas Haynes back into chief commentary for the Cup game next week. Tomlinson, it's been fascinating to observe Lucas taking over a lot of the commentary. It's great for me to be back commentating a Black Diamond Cup game, but Lucas is doing a sterling job. Wish him well today in his umpiring over there at Maryland with Wars in West Newcastle and Warners Bay in the Black Diamond plate. Keys and Quinlan over everybody's head. Short ball comes through. Carroll gets wamboozled. Mitchell Knight a good tackle. Taylor comes back for more. Sorry, that's not Taylor, it's Carroll. Good tackle, in and under, strong work. Quiet period of the game. Just the 2 minutes left in the quarter. It's Keys and Quinlan. He's asked them to separate out the 1 metre, which they have to. Well done, Quinlan. Coming straight through is Carroll. Ball's ricocheting in there like a pinball. Quinlan again in those white bite shorts. Short ball comes out. Isaac Hughes almost takes the mark. Over there's Selkirk. Again comes back at Hughes. Just gets a kick to that somehow. Stays in. Haswell's good enough to trap it. Gets an urgent left foot kick out, and Luxa Fortune hits O'Donoghue on the chest. Harder-Kynan looking for options, comes inboard at 45. Doesn't really hit anybody. Who's going to get the first use of the football here? It's Tomlinson. Good tackle immediately by Thompson. Gretz held in there by McDonald, Zach. And umpire McCauley says it's mine. It's 24 minutes gone now. Newcastle City 2 straight. Cardiff yet to score. A superb defensive performance by Newcastle City. But they have had a lot of the footy. Cardiff been okay so far. Just need to really get more penetration in attack. Would really look likely at this stage. Out there to Marcus Delua. Gets a kick to it. Again gets purchased on it. Wivel runs onto his left. And Luxa Fortune hits Ryan. And Michael Ryan, being a true full forward, will not give this off. And he's well within kicking distance. And they've had the ball in the last few minutes, Cardiff. And Ryan, well, what will end up being the last kick of the quarter. It's 24 and a half minutes gone now. Takes his time, looking at the breeze. Just looking at the tops of the trees, there's a slight breeze running right to left. Ryan should pretty much be kicking with it. Just inside the arc, gets underneath it. And that's a goal. Important for Cardiff. First goal of the day to the veteran Michael Ryan. Cardiff 1 straight 6, Newcastle City 2 goals straight 12. And the siren is imminent. There it is. So at the end of the first quarter, Newcastle City 2 straight 12, Cardiff 1 straight 6. Kendall and I will be back with you shortly for the start of the second quarter. Welcome back to Newcastle #1 Sports Ground, where a late goal to Cardiff has them sitting 1 goal behind Newcastle City. The scores: Newcastle City 2 straight 12, and Cardiff yet to score. I'm going to go on and bring up for you some, if I can, some scores from around the grounds. A couple of very important games being played today, particularly at Fane Oval between Warners Bay and Singleton. So it's going to give you some score updates. So, first of all, at Adelaide Street Oval in Killarney Vale, in Tombeyumby, Killarney Vale 3-3-21, Gosford 2-3-15. Nelson Bay 6-2-38, Maitland's 2 straight 12. Massive start by Singleton, 6-1-37 over Warners Bay 1-2-8. Terrigallowaca 6-6-42 over Wyong Lakes a point, and of course here Newcastle City up by a goal. What a start by Singleton, and they are really starting to motor heading into the important part of the season. Players clear and officials and spectators clearing the ground now. Just waiting to clear the ground, and we'll get going for the start of the second quarter. Ryan Stanton has the football. The young boy needs to come off the field. I hope someone's looking after him. There's a very young boy over here. He's only 2 or 3 years old. Hopefully he's going to hop off the field now. And away we go. Ryan Stanton with the football. Carly and Keys. Carly left-handed. O'Malley misses. Keys comes back. That's a throw and gone. Good tackle, Mitchell Knight. He's been doing that for a long time. Correct delivery back to him by Pratt on the full. Knight. Not many options at the moment for Mitchell. Goes with a little short ball. Crawford goes to his knees. Gets the throws that out. O'Brien. Handball out. Van Hoestedt interfered with by Marcus DeLua. Drags him off it actually. Over there's Edwards with the man bun. Hoy Maroney. Superb handball, O'Brien. Flying through the middle. Good football, Cardiff. Got a sniff at the moment. Michael Ryan, he won't beat Rawnsley with that sort of stuff. Left footer. Hughes, O'Brien roving. Goes backwards to Ryan. Sizes up his options. Does the smart thing. Goes towards Wibble. And Wibble being held out. That's 50 metres. Gretsch dragged Haswell to the ground. I thought that could have been 50. Haswell. Goes wide, another wobbly old kick. Sweetenham well behind Campbell here. Campbell kicks it off his left. Wivell at the back, punches. Gets the ball down to ground level. Out from Blanchfield, puts his teammate under enormous pressure. Mac O'Malley in there, back in there is Selkirk. Gretz, Wivell, handball out. Hughes! Misses, and it's going to go. Must have just gone out because it's come back in. But I thought Isaac Hughes was a real shot at running into a goal. He actually had another yard or two to run, but he decided to have a ping. Cardiff right back in this game. 1 3/4 minutes gone. Second quarter here in Newcastle #1 Sports Ground. Kendall Clausen and David Redden here with you on Bar TV. Oh, that's a push out by Ryan. I thought that was a blatant push in the back in that rock contest. Not paid. Cardiff 1-1-7, Newcastle City 2 straight 12. Durbridge, he'll come to his natural side. Perfect delivery to Haswell. Sprung that beautifully. Haswell in front of Hawthorn. Not many options. Yeah, lovely step, Connor Haswell. He sold that candy beautifully. That's a free kick to Gabe Gibson, I reckon, against Zechariah Metcalf. Running into the hole there. You can see right in front of you. Taylor at the back. That ball's been touched by Marcus, and Van Hoestedt will kick his second goal of the day. Waiting on Shane Lowndes. That's a goal. Mark Van Hoestedt second. Second goal for Reid. And the scores: Newcastle City 3 straight 18, Cardiff 1-1-7. Awards Oasis were established 25 years ago. They pride themselves on an ability to supply high-quality work and personal professional service. David and Lisa are experienced in fulfilling the most complex needs of their clients. Special duties available for all AFL Hunter Central Coast clubs. 11 points the difference. Early doors, second quarter. Carly and Keys back into the centre. Keys won that one. He got a jump on him. Pratt. O'Brien's been very prominent today, but he hasn't hurt them yet. Handball's out, Campbell in mid-air. A brilliant handball to Pratt. Smothered by Van Hoesteed. Here comes City. Can they benefit from this turnover? Crawford ducks his head slightly. Marcus Delure uses that speed of his. There's an injured player over there on the ground. Let's hope he's okay. Wondering if that's actually Simon O'Brien. Not sure yet. Haswell, left-hand handball. Steps around from King. Over towards Carroll. Oh, good pick up, Harani, but a superb tackle. Driving tackle. Is that Jack Pratt coming off injured there? Whoever that player is over in the centre is in a bad way. And he can hardly run. I wonder if he's got a corky or a hip flexor on his left side. Keys wins that one pointless. Gretz dragged out of it, I thought. Kicks it off the ground, gets it forward. Cardiff looking right back in this game for mine. Hughes, dangerous! Misses. Cardiff 1-2-8, Newcastle City 3 straight 18. I reckon this is Jack Pratt coming to the bench over here in front of us. Can hardly run at the moment. I reckon he might have got a back injury perhaps. Play on by Durbridge, looking for Van Hoesteed. Great marking. That's a mark! And push out paid. Gee, I thought that was a mark. Marcus Delure looks like he's got Reed Van Hoesteed for the day. Jack Pratt in a sore and sorry state underneath us. Reed Van Hoesteed down the line. That's an over the shoulder. That Sweetnam's gone. Looking for a man in, running on in Crawford. Edwards has got to play Crawford tighter. Crawford hits the post. And Newcastle City 3-1-19, Cardiff 1-2-8. 5.5 minutes gone. Campbell plays on immediately to Metcalf. Metcalf takes the mark just inside the arc. Down the line. Finds Wivell. Wivell does enough to get it to Tomlinson, who gets a very clever handball out to Wivell. Short ball from Wivell. Finds his man eventually. And that's Marshall should be in all sorts there. He just fell over. Smothered by Marshall. Marcus Delure head over the football. Should get a handball back from Lashley. Doesn't. Robson intercepts a kick that was probably intended for Ryan. Ryan's pointing across. He hasn't kicked it to him. Where are the forwards? Hoy Moroney misses. Cardiff 1-3-9. Newcastle City 3-1-19. And play on a reasonably even keel here at the moment. Cardiff just need to start kicking goals. Durbridge off to the far side. Dwyer has some space. Goes forward. Wobbly kick picked off by Campbell. Tomlinson, errant handball from Campbell. Gretz gets a handball away under lots of duress. McDonald thumps it forward. There's no one home. And it's out of bounds on the full. Zach Metcalf will take a kick. And Gibson's going to come back in line with the back of the square. It does. Tomlinson uses the ball so beautifully. Lashley is in trouble. He's got 2-on-1. Steps himself out of trouble brilliantly. 1-on-1 contact. Oh, that's a brilliant mark from Max Quinlan. One-handed. Goes short and backwards. Finds his man eventually. Haswell. Cardiff have got a chance at a Kern over here. Away goes Robson. He's got some space. What's he do with it? Goes for home. And marked. Brilliantly done by Rawnsley. Off he goes. Dwyer. Again leading the way. And away goes Dwyer down the wing. Good mark, and away goes Crawford. Electric footwork. Squares it up. Who's he looking for? Kicks it to a 1-on-2. Well roved O'Donoghue. Great tackle, Tomlinson. Game on here at the moment. Marcus gets a handball out, gets a 1-2. Playing his natural centre-half backs, Delure, it would appear. Ryan, a clever tap out, Hoy Moroney. Ryan's been good today. Marcus can kick that from there. Has a ping. And at the back, Wivell drops a mark. And it's a behind. Cardiff 1-4-10, right back in the game. Newcastle City 3-1-19. 8 minutes gone, second quarter. On Bar TV, Kendall Clausen and David Redden with you. Flying solo today, the big man. Haswell wide. Gets it to Max. Oh, sorry, it's Reed Van Hoesteed. Another handball coming from Knight. O'Malley, who's been reasonably quiet by his standards, goes 45 degrees. Tomlinson picks it off. Was always going to do that. Now, Sweetnam's got a right to walk 5 metres forward on the mark. Tomlinson goes backwards, actually trying to find Campbell. Gets width. This is a very wide ground. It's almost a perfect circle, number one. Ryan Rawnsley works him out of it. Here comes Gretz. Lovely hands. Haswell. Short ball usually finds his man. Does, however, he drops the mark lines. Newcastle City a little bit unsettled at the moment. McDonald. Oh, lovely footwork. Sells some candy. 1-on-2 for Gibson. Goes to the left-hand handball. Finds his man in Van Huisteen. Lovely left foot kick. Where's that ball gone? Bounces like a Shane Warne leg break behind. Newcastle City 3-2-20. Cardiff 1-4-10. Off comes Ryan, who's been good service at full forward today. Replaced by Bowe. Pratt looks like he's recovering well underneath it. Tomlinson goes straight forward. And is that a free kick? No. Oh, should be. Now. Is that Marcus in and under? O'Malley drags it back in. No, it was Isaac Hughes. They need more from Hughes. O'Brien. There's a man bun in there. It's either O'Malley or Dwyer. They're both there, actually. O'Malley on the right, and the last man up is Liam Dwyer. It's Bowe and Quinlan. Quinlan gets that right-handed. Goes in and under and gets it. Umpire says, that's mine, thank you. Umpire Shergold. 10 minutes gone, second quarter. Good game of football ensuing here. Max Quinlan a punch out. O'Brien's been superb, but got a lot of his kicks in behind the play. Mitchell Knight kicks it forward. Gibson seems to have permanently a 1-on-2, and you would reckon that that's a plan by Cardiff to shut down Gibson, who's in good form and good touch at the moment. Now that's fascinating to see Isaac Hughes deep in defence, so clearly he's got a roaming role. Has to go to Sweetenham now in 77. Pushed out of that, I thought, was Metcalf. Everybody putting head over the football. Knight could have been accused of pushing the back. Gretz. That's Edwards. Ball coming out now. Comes out here, the Hoy Moroni squares back in onto his right. O'Brien. Good tackle, O'Malley. Very hard work in there at the moment. It's hard to get a touch. Well, it should be. 11 minutes gone, second quarter. Stanton. Out from Gibson that time in doing the ruck work. Good tackle, Mitchell Knight. Oh, wow. Interesting decision there. I'd like to see that again to see if there was prior. An effective tackle by Knight. And Mitchell Knight's got a shot at goal. And looking at the naked eye, he's going to be no more than 30 or 35 out when he takes this kick. There's the slightest breeze in history is running right to left on screen. Knight usually a reasonably dependable kick at goal. His brother, of course, is one of the legends of the Black Diamond League. What's going on here? There's a stoppage. Are they clearing runners away? Yes, I think that's what's going on. From both sides. So they're clearing out. Knight. Steady. Still another delay here. Not quite sure what the delay is. There seems to be some kind of delay, and I'm sorry, I can't explain it to our viewers. I just don't know why there's been such a delay there. They've taken a minute off the clock. Knight, after a long delay, no surprise, skews it right. Newcastle City 3-3-21. Cardiff 1-4-10. 12 and a half minutes gone, second quarter. AFLHCC Black Diamond Cup football coming in from Newcastle #1 Sports Ground. Home of the grand final on the 7th of September. Nicholas Tomlinson with the football. Goes short, finds Campbell. Campbell looking, he doesn't want to go reverse. City have set up there well. He's almost forced it. He does it, he goes inbounds and gets Hoy Moroni. So 2 kicks, they've made 8 metres. Hoy Moroni a bounce and away he goes. Gets it outside 50, looking towards Metcalf. The ball skews inside out. And goes out of bounds in front of Reed Van Huisteen, Michael Ryan and Zachariah Metcalf. Just over halfway gone in the second quarter. Newcastle City up by 11 points. 3-3-21 to 1-4-10. Tapped out there by Bowe. Knight misses with an airy. O'Malley and Knight comes back. He will not give in. Won a league best and fairest when he was a younger man. Max Quinlan. I think they've called play on for a touch ball. They have. Bow. No prior there, umpire. And we'll have a ball up just inside the arc. It's been a tight, tough game of football. 4 goals only kicked in 38 minutes of football. Carly back onto the ball with Bow. Carly gets on. He does have a very good leap, Carly. Handball's out, brilliant. Just missed, however, at the last minute. It's been one of those days. Hasn't been an overly skillful game yet. Speaking of skillful, Crawford. Oh, he's done square. That is brilliant football, Jackson Crawford. Completely unselfish and picks him up with an inside-out check side kick and gets Zach McDonald on the laces. And McDonald will kick from almost no angle at all from about 25 or 30 out, 25 maximum. And I'm sure Jack Crack's giving him a mouthful here. No, he's not, Jack. Unusual. Doesn't mind a chirp. And he's shanked that badly. And Newcastle City, who were 3 straight, are now 3 goals 4. 3-4 to 1-4. 2 goals of difference. City experiencing they're having some time with the football but can't kick goals. The only goal this quarter from Reed Van Quistede. A little soccer from about 1 metre out. Metcalf may be called to play on shortly. And again, Cardiff used the outrider out wide to Campbell. Campbell comes in. Pratt steps inside, back to Campbell. They've worked out very well. And delivers poorly to Durbridge. Over the back that's either O'Malley or Dwyer. It's Dwyer on his own. He's dangerous from there, is Dwyer. But again, City, profligate shooting. 3-5-23. Cardiff 1-4-10. And again, you're hearing a lot of whistles in the background. There's a lot of netball being played behind us, so it is actually a bit confusing. You get used to it after a while. But if you hear a lot of whistles, it's not us. Marcus is out here wide for him. This is a great matchup. That's a mark, is it not? Paid. He's got to get rid of that. Does. Tunnel balls himself. Edwards. Looking like a younger Bohini, actually. Wivel should have gone harder at that one. Harder Kynan. Oh, step. Brilliant. Selkirk square and away goes City. Haswell's got to take that. Does. It goes wide again. G. Dwyer's having a picnic out there on that right flank. Steadies himself. Goes short. Perfect delivery to Jack Lyons. Short delivery again. Out towards Gibson, who won his left. Chops it around the corner, looking for Thompson in and under lots of pressure. That's Gibson again. Left-hand handball, Tomlinson. Brilliant smother by. Well done there. Third effort from Gibson. And 13 points of difference in what has been a low-scoring game of football. Newcastle City 3-5, Cardiff 1-4. 13 points of difference. Won by Gibson. Where are the Rovers? O'Brien. Again, they've restricted his touches to behind the ball today, Newcastle City. Dwyer for his 8th or 9th touch this quarter. Rawnsley. Square has to be perfect, and he's to O'Donoghue, who's got Carly to his left. He ignores him. Goes for the 3-quarter ball. Now he's a system space. Can he get rid of it, Thompson? Does. Marcus DeLua showing that strength of his. He's a big unit, Marcus DeLua. Average kick. Dragged back in by Thompson. He does brilliantly. He's been quiet so far. Robson worried out of it by Taylor. Hoy Maroney, handball over. Another tap out, Robson. Thompson gets a handball going backwards. Misses his target. Sweetenham's got to get rid of it. Great tackle, Edwards. Yeah, really good tackle. Cardiff really working hard here. They really need another couple of goals quickly to get right back in it. Pratt on the edge of the cricket block. Short ball, marked. Too many Newcastle City players back there. Taylor. Durbridge thumps that wide. It's a 1-on-2. Gretz has just come off the bench. And Thompson stays afloat, and 2 Cardiff players have run into each other. And that's a downfield free kick against Pratt. I reckon that's the second time today Pratt's given away a downfield free. And there's an injured player down in front of us who went into a collision with Bryce Gretz, who's a big unit himself. And it's Marcus DeLua, actually, slightly wounded. Marcus will get up, don't worry about that. He's not a princess, he will get up. He's struggling with it. Oh, he's cut. So he's really struggling to lure. And you can see there on his face, he's got a bad cut to underneath the right eye. Let's hope he's looked after. Gibson with the downfield free kick. Looks to me to be off to his left badly and is out of bounds on the full. So Delua really wounded there. Let's hope they get him checked and looked after him. Studying medicine himself, Marcus Delua. Handball out to Tomlinson. Trouble. Just get out of it. Edwards, another one. City swarming over here. I'll check something with you on the scoreboard soon, Kendall. The scoreboard at the far side's got a different score than we've got. Cardiff coming out. Here's a chance for O'Brien to gets the ball going forward. Wivell gets a terrible bounce. Durbridge, Keys. Durbridge in favour at ground level. Ryan comes flying through at a mile an hour. O'Brien spots a man at the back. Thompson. Oh, Falcon. Thompson for goal! It's still alive. And that's a mark to Wivell, ghosting in from the side. Kendall, I've got the score as 23-10. Can you confirm? Thank you. That scoreboard over there, I reckon, is a point short for Newcastle City. Aaron Wivell from basically point-blank range for his first goal and first meaningful moment in this game for Wivell. Off 2 steps and kicks the goal. So Wivell kicks a goal. Cardiff right back in this game now, if they weren't before. Cardiff 2-4-16 with a goal to Aaron Wivell, and Newcastle City 3-5-23. IC have been at the cutting edge of designing and manufacturing apparel from grassroots to elite sporting teams for over 20 years, and are proud to be the preferred apparel supplier of the Hunter Central Coast AFL for the 2019 season. Looking carefully at Marcus Delua underneath us here at the moment. They've got to get that cut fixed, and I'm sure they'll check him for concussion as well. He's been strong today too. Let's hope he's okay. Ball back into the centre. Ryan Stanton's got the football. Give you some score updates shortly. Haswell back onto the half forward line here. Dwyer. Carley. Actually, the half back line, David. O'Malley. Good tackle, O'Malley on O'Brien. Carley kicks a little dinky one around the corner. Gets towards Lyons. And these whistles are really confusing everyone. And now there's a free kick being given by the non-controlling umpire. It's going to come all the way back here to Lashley. Quick score checks for you, very quick. Carnival up by 32. Nelson Bay up by 54 over Maitland. Warners Bay coming right back. They're only 9 points behind Singleton at the moment. And Terrigal, no surprise, up by 60 over Wyong Lakes. Lashley off Keys. Got to get rid of it. They need it in Grates' hands. Keys just gets a kick away. Newcastle City have forced the error. Away goes Taylor, straight down the spine. Metcalf, as he so brilliantly does, picks it off at the half-back. Campbell onto his trusty left. Goes wide at Tomlinson. Perfect delivery to the coach. Played football for Queensland. Nicholas Tomlinson, he's been such a good footballer over a long time. Oh, is that an unreasonable marking attempt? The free kick's gone Newcastle City's way. That is fascinating. So must have been... Oh, the umpire's arm's gone the wrong way again. Bit confusing for all of us here. Ryan! That's a mark! That ball was taken inside the line, so Ryan's trying to move the mark around. Rawnsy won't have a bar of it. It will be a very tight angle. Ryan's an old school player. I wonder if he'll go drop punt or Stevie J. The way his body's shaping, he's looking at going Stevie J here. He's on his angle now. It's just creeping. He's a vastly experienced footballer here. So he's going to, I reckon he'll run around and kick this Stevie J. Yep, that's what he's going to do. Don't think he got all of it. Marked, actually, by Durbridge on the line. They've got to come back to the back of the square on the mark. That's right. Durbridge. Long kick out. Haswell. Worried out of it by Risby. Done enough. Pratt, great tackle there from O'Donoghue. Really, really good tackle and paid. Yeah, good tackle O'Donoghue on Pratt. Ball comes out, handball. Haswell will beat Thompson for pace. He doesn't actually. I thought he might have dragged him out of that, but anyway, not paid. Tomlinson coming forward. Oh, good mark. Oh, I thought he'd marked that. That's a throw. Out of there comes Carly. Out of there comes Isaac Hughes. Don't tell me. He's just put that straight in the air. Thompson. Got a chance. Going to stay on his feet. Haswell. Can't pick it up. Clark. Is that over the shoulder? And paid. Chance for Cardiff's second goal of the quarter. Again, Cardiff looking to put a goal on right at the depth of a quarter. And you can see the angle there on Kendall's camera. It's relatively tight, but a footballer of first grade ability should be able to kick this goal. There's Clark. Needs to kick the goal and hit that black car in the background that's moving. Just squeaks it in the goals. Cardiff right back in it now. Cardiff 3-4-22 with a goal to Clark. And Newcastle City 3-5-23. And Newcastle City will be furious. They've let goals go at the end of each quarter, right at the death. That might actually be one of the last active parts of this quarter, and it's happened twice. Cardiff have fought very hard, and we've got a very good, even intriguing game of football. Not high scoring, gameplay between the two 50-metre arcs, basically. Umpire Shergold with the football. And that's a free kick to City. That's a second infraction by Cardiff. So it's a second infraction there. Newcastle City a free kick. They've only got 8 seconds left. Carly looking at an option. He might even get his kick in here. Does. Over to O'Donoghue. Oh, Sweetnam should have picked that up. Lashley. Throw, I reckon. Paid. Sweetnam gets the kick. He'll be too far out to score. I've got the corner now going 25.25 minutes. I wonder if the timekeepers had a stoppage earlier on with that Mitchell Knight stoppage. Sweetnam. Last chance for City. Van Hoosted stayed out of the contest, strangely. Number one, Van Hoosted. And they turn the tables on Cardiff and kick a late goal. There it is. There's the corner. We knew it was coming. Van Hoosted's third goal. And Newcastle City at half-time. Argy-bargy. Guys will be well warned to just walk away. Don't need anything going on now. Handbags at 10 paces. Newcastle City 4-5-29. Cardiff 3-4-22. We'll be back with you after about a 10-minute break and come back for the start of the third quarter.
But this is a score increasing, so. Yeah, well, that's it. So the Mitchell Knight delay. Yes, we both agree with Knights. I reckon we're right now. No one
Good start. Bro, I've only got a left foot, eh? I'm only keep left. Try for us to go. Oh, you'll make it. Okay, get it.
Ground manager.
We're not used to this pressure, boys. Soft box. Don't let it out of that.
Your pressure.
It's just pressure.
Are you going to this team?
I had a couple of months.
How was holiday?
Good.
Good? Have fun?
Yeah, nah. Especially we thought we were going against it.
Well, we win.
Come on! Okay, boys! Come on, come on.
Why did they push me out? No, you can't. No, you can't. Push me in the head.
Thank you for your support. Now, Hunters Club, we've just drawn the winner. Congratulations to number 21, Murdo. Come to the canteen and collect your winnings. Thanks so much to the Blues Brothers for getting us there at the end.
Thank you. With that announcement done from the PA system, Kate Handley on the microphone there. Welcome back to Newcastle and Sports Ground for the second half of this great fixture between Cardiff and Newcastle City. Scores from around the grounds. Black Diamond Cup football. Killarney Vale 7-10-52 over Gosford 2-5-17. That's at Adelaide Street. Over there at Dick Burwell Oval, Maitland will be very disappointed. Nelson Bay 11-6-72. Maitland 3-1-19. Nelson Bay without Kieran Lamond, of course. Warners Bay's come right back into that game at Fane Oval. Warners Bay 4-6-30. Kept Singleton goalless that quarter. Singleton 6-2-38. Terrigalawaka 10-9-69. Wyong Lakes 1-4-10. That's at Hilton Moore Oval. And of course, here Newcastle City up by 7 points. The scoreboard, much to my pleasure, has been put back to the correct score. We had that right here, both Kendall himself. And just a couple of reminders for you. Kendall, Sam Zicklin and I will be at the Pasterfield Complex tomorrow, big fella. 5 to 3 on your television screens for the grand final of the social competition. And then next week, we've got a 3-game set. It'll be a long day for Mr. Clausen. Warners Bay hosting, I believe, Singleton in the lower grades and Terrigalawaka in first grade. Can't wait to bring that to you. Lucas Holmes will be umpiring the first game, so we'll give him plenty. And then Lucas will be joining us for the last 2 games, and he'll, of course, take over as chief commentator in the Black Diamond Cup side. Black Diamond Cup game between Warners Bay and Terrigalawaka. It's actually a pleasure for me to be calling Black Diamond Cup again on my own. It's a nice change. Lucas has been doing a superb job as central commentator. He's really just killing it. We're getting really good comments about him from around the league. Just about ready to rock and roll. Second half of this fixture. It's 7 points the difference. Late goals to Van Huisteen and Clark. And we're rocking and rolling. Umpire McCauley with the football. And there's an infraction instantaneously. This might end up being a free kick, Newcastle City. It might not be either. So not sure who's transgressed. There's no runners out there. The wingers are in position. I really don't know what that one's for, but anyway, that's fine. And now we're going to start the quarter again. So, away we go. There's the start of the third quarter. Keys over the top. Good tap. Gratz. Good pick up. Smothered brilliantly by Dwyer, who's had a great day, Dwyer. Ryan's out of position slightly. Gets the ball to ground level. Gets the contest and gets a stoppage for Cardiff. City up by 7 points. Umpire Bonham on the side there. Taking this throw. Michael Ryan and Carley. Ryan will try and use his body and does effectively. Pratt ducked into that tackle, I thought. And has been pinged. That's a correct decision because he took the tackle on. Durbridge, who's got a superb left foot. Off 2 steps, goes thump. Van Hoestedt is one of the most improved players in the league. And that's a big statement. He had a good year last year. Clark whacks it up. Rawns at the back. O'Brien. Mac O'Malley, left-hand handball. Keeps it in, and it goes out now. So City up by 7 points. A low-scoring but intriguing game of football here at number 1 Sports Ground. Keys over the top. Good tap. Clark just gets rid of it. Rawnsley reads it well. O'Donoghue just whacks it up in the air. Crawford goes bravely along with Risby. Knight, again, just whacks it up in the air, hitting Hope. Thompson and Dwyer. Thompson a bit better body strength. Dwyer holds his own. Pratt could be in trouble again there. O'Malley, that's almost dropping the football. Knight, spin move is effective. Big burly man in the upper body. Edwards and Lyons. Lyons off the ground almost by accident. No, that's not deliberate. Trent Thompson. And that'll be a ball up, a ball in. Half-forward flank for Newcastle City. City up 4-5 to 3-4, 7 points. Carley. Oh, brilliant handball out. Knight gets it on his left foot. Up to the hot spot. Well read by Metcalf. He just needs to tap it out to Crawford. He'll kick the goal here. Crawford all over it. Kicked out off the ground. Oh, good interception by Campbell. Just at the death. Knight. Good grab. Mitchell Knight's been in good form today. Short ball. And Van Hoestedt's going to go back and take a pick. He doesn't need to play on Reed. He's going to, though. Ooh, gee, nearly went. Looking at his 4th goal today. He's got a run up bigger than Michael Holding here. Actually, young people don't know who your Michael Holding was, I suspect. If you get a chance to watch Michael Holding on video, it's an epic sight. Van Hoestedt from just inside the arc. That ball's going to hold up in the slight breeze. Almost marked there. O'Brien roving brilliantly front and square. Goes wide. Probably wants the boundary line here, O'Brien. Won't get it. In come Hughes, who's been very quiet today. Handball's out to Clark in front of him. Picked up brilliantly by Cathcart. Handball again. O'Brien coming in, misses that one. Here come Newcastle City. O'Brien again. Really trying hard to lift his side. Kicks a mongrel punt. Comes back to Dwyer. Needs to get Haswell. Doesn't. Here goes Haswell. He's been released now by O'Malley's brilliant handball. Haswell. Another helicopter. Crawford. Van Hoestedt, can he get... No, he does the unselfish thing. Gibson should finish. Very, very good football and unselfish football and a lovely goal. And well-deserved, actually, to Gibson. Newcastle City 5-5-35. Cardiff 3-4-22. With thanks to our sponsors, Central Coast Physiotherapy, Tyre Power, Bar TV and Subway Morrison. Good team football, sprung out here by a handball from the hairbun men, Dwyer and O'Malley, freeing up Haswell, and then a very unselfish handball from Van Hoestedt when he had a right to have a snap. Got to Gibson, got it on his natural left side and curved it back in. Clever, unselfish team football. Back to the centre, 13 points of difference, Newcastle City. The impressive Carley, who we haven't seen before, and Keys. Keys with a left hand. That's a push in the back on O'Brien, I thought. Not paid. Yeah, Gretz is asking for the same thing. I thought the push in the back was actually there that time. Carley. Keys with a big right thumping fist. Durbridge on his natural left side. Crawford should take a chest mark and does, jumping in the air. Lively player he is. Goes with a short pass. Is actually picked off brilliantly by Tomlinson. Lyons in the wrong spot. Tomlinson picks him off. Lovely kick, Hoy Maroney. Goes at 45. Who's he looking for? Just finds Haswell. That's dangerous. And away comes City again. Dwyer feeding this handball. Van Hoestedt comes square. Quinlan's got an absolute paddock. What's Max going to do with it? Goes short. Brilliant delivery to McDonald. Don't think that Thompson's actually on. And McDonald pretty much now has to take a kick at goal. Cardiff Gretz is over here on the left of screen. He's coming back to fill in the hole. McDonald does square it up, actually. Gibson's at the back. Punch comes out. Read best by Clark. In there is Blanchfield in 10. Goes on his left, puts it up. It's going to be picked off by Hoy Moroney. A poor kick, really, in the end. Hoy Moroney goes square and short over to Campbell. Finds him. Campbell goes a little short ball. Caswell does well. His closing speed was brilliant there. O'Malley taps it to himself. Looking for Quinlan. In there's Tomlinson. Short ball. Durbridge. Wanted it more. Gets the football. Comes out backwards. Selkirk. Off to Thompson. Comes wide. Haswell roaming as he does. They're an accomplished side, this football team. And O'Malley's away. Sorry, Dwyer's away. Looks square. Tomlinson intercepts. Quinlan gets one in the side of the head. Thompson. Robson. Should be some open pasture here. Ryan, that's almost over the shoulder. Hughes is having a dirty day. That's off the thigh and not out of bounds on the full. Correct decision, boundary umpire. Just see if Max Quinlan's all right. Yeah, he's all right. Coming back into it now. Rawnsley and Ryan right in front of us having a little bit of handbags. Speaking to Jimmy Newman about Ryan recently, and I'll tell you a story about him. Oh, good tackle. Actually, no, I was actually speaking to Corey Shackleton around him. And he said that when Michael Ryan came to this league, he ended up on him one day and he said, oh, this bloke doesn't look like much. And he said he got a massive towel. He said he's a really, when he came here, he was a super talent and has played in this league for a long time. I think originally Tasmanian is Mick Ryan, if I heard correct, or possibly come from Sydney at some stage, but he's been in this league for a long time. Graced us with his presence. Keys, big swan dive from Hughes was good to watch on television. $13 points of difference, 8 minutes gone. Off comes Lyons, replaced by Taylor. Tap out is brilliant from Carly. No Pryor. Mitchell Knight and Michael Ryan in there. We've played a lot of football against one another, those two. At least a decade. Harder-Kinan's up in the ruck here. And gets the... No, Ryan beats him to it. Rawnsley. That ball stays in. Remarkably stays in. Malley thumps it forward another 25 metres. There's the score in the background on the outstanding electronic scoreboard here. And it's 35-22. 13 points of difference. Newcastle City over Cardiff. Here at Newcastle #1 sports ground in Newcastle West. Ryan gets that out because he's in front. In and under. Along with Quinlan. Umpire Shergold says that's mine, thank you. Quinlan and Ryan here. Max in front, over his shoulder. O'Brien read it brilliantly. Out comes Rawns. If he gets it, he's away. And they are. Straight down the spine he goes. Taylor in front of Tomlinson. Good tackle, Tomlinson. Actually, brilliant tackle. O'Donoghue falls over his own feet. Tomlinson's done superbly well there. In comes King. Off to Rawnsley. Look for his little short dinky ball to Taylor. Looks like a talented young man Taylor does. Young player. Short ball. Should have been marked by Gibson and Cardiff turn it over. Good mark, good leap, Hughes. League leading goal kicker hasn't troubled the scorers today. And he looks like he's going to take a ping from just outside the arc. Looking at whatever breeze is there, it's almost nothing at the moment. It's actually superb conditions for footy. Hughes from a long way out. Cardiff really do need this goal. Gets a piece of it. Pulls it left. And it's a behind. He actually got the distance. Cardiff, 3-5-23. Newcastle City, 5-5-35. Short ball is good to Haswell. The hands. I think Haswell is one of the favourites for the Elite Davey medal this year. I really do. Dwyer's just playing superb footy. Magnificent delivery, Dwyer, who's been just about the best player on the ground. Gibson's been there in the top five with him, except that delivery, of course, is poor with my commentator's Moz. Pratt's been sprung open here, although the delivery was poor. Harder-Kynan, too quick for Pratt. Looking for Durbridge, he'll go driving low ball. He's magnificent to Ben Westfeed. Now Reed's just a bit far out. He's going on the lead here to our right. Where's the Rovers? There's Dwyer. He just stopped. He's got a chance, Dwyer. Can he pick up and finish? Dwyer! Check side finish, Liam Dwyer, in a sumptuous performance by Liam Dwyer. He just gets better and better every time we see him on our channel. Newcastle City 6-5, 41, and Cardiff 3-5, 23. And you just get the sense that Newcastle City have got things reasonably in control. Bar TV are the specialists in live streaming and broadcasting of sport, including the AFL Hunter Central Coast. Bar TV Sports, making your game the main game. And Kendall was telling me off air, he's going to cover FFA Cup this week in Maitland. Maitland versus the Central Coast Mariners. And I know Kendall enjoys doing the football, so good luck to everyone up there in the Bar TV team. Midweek on Bar TV. And quietly, go the Mariners. Quinlan and Bowen here now in the ruck contest. Max gets that tap out brilliantly. Pratt reads it best, however. Pratt on Knight. There's an interesting matchup of some hard men. Knight in and under, as he so often does. Gets a handball out immediately. Quinlan extracts. O'Donoghue gets it out. Left foot. Crawford. No, that's not Crawford this time. It's Sweetenham. Again, got the dropsies. That's a throw. Well read Metcalf. He's such a small man. Sweetenham. There's Crawford putting pressure on. Haswell, brilliant. Oh, superb delivery to Max. His skills are sumptuous. He really is. Hartikainen. Brilliant. Finds Van Hoostede. Connor Haswell's in such good form that Riverina clubs and Ovens and Murray clubs should really come knocking on his door. I'm not sure if he'd ever move down south. He's that good. He would walk into sides in those leagues. And trust me, I'm from there. I'm paying him an ultimate compliment. Particularly Ovens and Murray. That's where Tommy Inch is from. Elliot Davey medalist, of course, and football with the Cardiff Footy Club. Van Hoostede for his fourth. Does it. Another goal City and another goal Van Hoostede in a superb performance to kick 4 out of 7 goals. That's where he's at the moment. Newcastle City sneaking away. 7-5-47. Cardiff 3-5-23. Subway Morris is open 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch and dinner. Trading hours 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Support local businesses. And Lucas Holmes, as we say, Subway, eat fresh. 24 points of difference. City have kicked the last 4 goals in this game. Van Hoostede, Gibson, Dwyer, and then Van Hoostede again to really start to put some scoreboard pressure on Cardiff. It looks like Marcus DeLua might be out for the game. I haven't seen him come out. I think he might have been ruled out with concussion. O'Brien again, kicks it forward. Where are they? Where are the Rovers? Rawnsley's under pressure, usually very composed. He's done that very, very well. Cathcart, however, will take a chest mark. Almost 50 against Van Hoostede there. Cathcart's going to take a ping. He's going to be kicking outside the arc, so maybe wishful thinking. Beautiful conditions for football. It's cool, but the ground's in great nick. You'll always be very happy you've got the conditions like this in the GF, I'll tell you. Cathcart from a long way out. Going to fall short, goes right, and in fact heads over to the side street, goes over Aaron Wolvel's head, and Harry Selkirk will take a kick deep in defence. Mark back in line with the edge of the goal square. Cummings Haswell. He almost does things effortlessly, Cummings Haswell. It's not effortless, but he's just a prime mover in the form of his life. Beats Hawthorn pointlessly and delivers to Crawford, who's away. As soon as they run past him, he goes. He's just instinctive with him. Lions, well-read Metcalf. They can't quite hold the tackle on. Intercepted here. Coming through again. Here's Lions. Off to McDonald. One more possession and they're out. Gretz. Thompson, I think that is, kicks it and shanks it. And Campbell reads it best. Poor delivery in the end, really. Goes square. Looking for the Rat O'Brien, and he drops one. He's got a lot of touches today, Simon O'Brien, a lot. He's been in good form. 15 and a half minutes gone, third quarter. Newcastle City up by 24 points. Marcus Delua's got the gear off down. He's walking off the ground at the moment. I don't think he's in a good way. Surprised he hasn't got a jacket on. I don't think Marcus is going to play any more football today at all. In fact, he's looking for his bag, so I think he is done. Been ruled out with concussion, which will worry. He was in superb form today too. It's hurt their structures. Thompson, that's a falcon on Ardakainen. Out of there, brilliantly done Haswell. Knight. Short ball comes out. Actually, he gets a decent bit of that. Sweetnam's not going to go in a marking contest. Holding out, push out against Campbell. Yep, push out against Campbell. You can clearly see it on the television there. And Marcus DeLue's gone for the jacket. So Tim Cotter, the Newcastle City coach, just asking after Marcus DeLue, making sure he's all right. And of course, it was friendly fire. He was hit by Bryce Gretz in a marking contest. McDonald. Driving ball. Another one. Looking ominous for Cardiff, isn't it, really, ladies and gentlemen? Newcastle City 8-5-53 with McDonald's first goal of the day. Cardiff 3-5-23. It's a 30-point difference. Tyre Power are proud sponsors of the proud partners of the NCCUA and community AFL umpires across New South Wales ACT. Right now, and exclusively at Tyre Power, buy 3 and get 1 free in selected Toyota passenger and SUV tyres. They looked after my wife and myself this week at Ocean Beach Tyres in Woy. Thank you very much, guys. I've got some Pirellis there. Catalogue full of big brand savings now. Visit tyrepower.com.au. Carly's back of the ruck. He uses his body very clever for a thin, wiry man. Proud off his non-dominant, kicks it forward. So Tomlinson's gone forward, probably to try and quell Haswell, I'd reckon. He's going to play as a defensive half forward. Ryan thumps it forward, should be a chest mark to Hughes. And not before time Isaac Hughes takes a mark at full forward. Bit out of your weight division there, young man, in Carroll against Michael Ryan. I'd suggest you choose other people to go and start argy-bargy with. Marcus DeLue's got the jacket on and he's done for the day. Hughes. Poor kick. Matt's out of bounds on the full. And he's, yeah, both umpires agree. Durbridge sort of sums up Cardiff's third quarter, really. Magnificent kick out here. This one is Blanchfield Thompson, I think, is it? Thompson. Lovely work to Van Quistede. Takes up chest mark, low down. Goes wide to a one-on-one. Campbell, lovely little nudge by Campbell. You've got to sit it there and Kendall's excellent shots. And Campbell takes the chest mark comfortably. Over towards Hoy Maroney. He's going to go wide again. Clark having a run. One bounce. As a second. In comes Thompson to stop him. Carly going back with the flight. Tomlinson does well in the contest there with Haswell and gets it forward. One-on-one contest. And Hughes will go in and kick his first goal of the day. Well done, Isaac Hughes. Great work, Tomlinson. Cardiff 4-5-29. Newcastle City 8-5-43. Isaac Hughes is first of the day. The leading goal kicker finally gets scoreboard pressure. And with it, thanks to our sponsors, Central Coast Physiotherapy, Bar TV Sport, Subway Morisset, and the proud supporters of umpires across Australia, Tyre Power. On come Keys for Robson. I wonder if Keys is going to go forward to give them a tall option. Looks that way. Late July sunlight here. Absolutely glorious day. Our friends down in the south don't realise how lucky we are up here. We're having football up in 20 degrees, and it's just a glorious afternoon.
What are you boys doing? Hey, yeah, ice cream.
The prime possum, Ryan Stanton, with the football. Carly and Bow into the centre. Almost 20 minutes gone, third quarter. City up by 4 kicks. Cardiff need another 2, I reckon, quickly. There's no effort at all being made there. Carly went the football and Bow went straight at him in for mine. Lions. In trouble is Carly. Great tackle, O'Brien. Gone. Good tackle, Simon O'Brien. And away goes the Rat. Goes wide. Thompson. Picked off by Mitchell Knight. Poor kick, Thompson. Mitchell Knight drives the ball wide. Looking for Gibson. Good overhead mark. Beats Metcalf. Oh, that's... Pratt got caught close to him, ran away quickly, and Stanton gave him the benefit of the doubt. Gibson's going to kick pretty much from the arc, maybe just behind. If his last kick's any judge, he'll be doing well to get the distance. Gibson. Lower ball. Pulls it right. Ball stays in. Eventually goes through behind. 5 kicks now, the difference. Newcastle City 8-6-54. Cardiff 4-5-29. 25 points the difference. 21 minutes gone in the third quarter. Dwyer, who's been superb today. Lions. Good tackle and out of bounds. Good tackle. Edwards almost got a free kick there. 25 points the difference. Kendall Clausen and David Redden here with you on Bar TV. Coverage of the AFLHCC Black Diamond Cup match of the round. Newcastle City and Cardiff from Newcastle, number 1 sports ground in Newcastle West. Clark ducked his head. Carly pilfers, gets a kick to that. Pratt, 4th or 5th grade, gets very well to get a kick to that actually. Out of here comes King, goes wide. Taylor's got a yard on Hawthorn and drops the ball. Hawthorn does well, 1 socker, 2 sockers, gets it out. McDonald's got a chance. Shepherd being put on by O'Donoghue. Looks square, heard the voice of Thompson. Dangerous kick actually in this such a short ground. Good tackle Ryan on Knight. O'Brien, good tackle Thompson, and gone. Very well tackled by Thompson there. Looking in his options, there's a lot of Carter plays in front. There's a lead coming from Reed Van Hoysteed over here on my right. Thompson drops a sitter. Small kick, quick kick comes out. Dwyer needs a bounce. Dwyer squares it up. Most unselfish Crawford. And in the end, Dwyer was probably entitled to have a ping there, but didn't. Newcastle City up by 25 points. 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Free kick being paid here, or is it just a whistle? Not quite sure. I don't know why there's a rethrow here. There was nothing wrong with that throw at all. Okay, well, we go. Is it a blood rule again? I was advised earlier on that Mitch Knight had that delay. There was a blood rule given. No blood rule. Tomlinson's gone to Haswell, is chasing them. Tapped forward by Gibson. Sorry, it was Gibson actually that time. Abe and Hakali will take this mark. Right on 50 for the Irishman. Chipping ball. Oh, good mark, Van Hoysteed. Haswell feels he was pushed out of it by Tomlinson, who's gone on to mark him. But Van Hoysteed's got a chance to kick his 5th here today. And 50! Encroaching on the mark, so this guarantees a goal. And it's just been one of those days for the Hawks. O'Brien and Thompson coming off for a well, especially in O'Brien's case, a well-earned brace. Van Hoysteed frees 5th. Straight over the goal on Pies' hat. What a day for Reed Van Hoysteed. 5 goals. Newcastle City 9-6-60, Cardiff 4-5-29. And again in this game, late goals. Cardiff did it in the first quarter, and then Newcastle City kicked one right at the death, almost the last kick of the second quarter. And then right down here, we've only got 55 seconds left in this quarter. However, I think Newcastle City are reasonably safe at the moment. Cardiff just don't have enough, especially missing Delure. That's a massive damage to their structures. He was playing very all across half back. Carly, again with Bow. Bow gets that. They both actually came to ground before that one. Oh, that's a push out. That's got to be a free kick to Haswell, not paid. Durbridge goes square. Perfect delivery. Geez, good kick at football. O'Donoghue, a lot of left footers, Newcastle City. Since my time in the league, they always have had really good left footers. Thompson, Matthew Enright's a left footer, 6 or 7 flags from Newcastle City. Wobbly old kick comes forward. Blanchfield possibly dragged out of it. Van Hoysteed looking for 6 goals. Handball coming out. Umpire says that'll be mine. There is three-quarter time. At three-quarter time, it's Newcastle City 9-6-60, Cardiff 4-5-29. Kendall and I will be back with you shortly for the last quarter of this fixture at Newcastle number 1 Sports Ground. Welcome back to Newcastle #1 Sports Ground. Some updates from around the grounds. At the Adelaide Street Oval in Tumbiumbi, Killarney Vale 13-13-91, Gosford 5-6-36. At Dick Burrell Oval, Nelson Bay 15-8-98, Maitland 5-6-36. At Fayen Oval, and this is by far the closest game in the comp at the moment, Warners Bay 6-12-48. They may pay for that profligate shooting. Singleton 9-2-56, so an 8-point thriller there. Excuse me. Terrigal-Avoca 15-15-105. Wyong Lakes 1-5-11. And of course in Newcastle City 9-6-60. Cardiff 4-5-29. Yeah, interesting quarter there. Newcastle City for mine going along in third gear. And whenever they get a chance to show some polish and quality, they do it. And they just do it so well. I don't think that Cardiff have enough with it today to get back into this game. I really don't. Interesting to see if Tomlinson goes to Haswell again. Tomlinson moving up here. Haswell is... Tomlinson's gone up forward for Cardiff. I'm just seeing where Connor Haswell is. Haswell's gone back as well. So Tomlinson is man-marking Connor Haswell, which is an interesting move. He's been that dominant. That's not a surprise. Just see how Haswell goes. Haswell will want to play Tomlinson up there in the back line. So Tomlinson goes to Haswell. Let's see how that ends up in the end of this quarter. Just waiting for the spectators to clear the ground. We'll be away shortly in the final quarter. Flying solo today. Kendall Clausen and David Redden here with you. It's just about rock and roll time. Away we go, and there's the start of the quarter. Carley out there. There's Blanchfield. Can't pick it up. Mitchell Knight. Burley character. He gets a short kick, goes about 10 metres. Carley cleverly taps it forward. Dwyer, intercepted by Edwards, comes back here. Goes down the line from Hawthorn. Tomlinson, yeah, good work. Takes a mark. Hoy Maroney, short ball. Where's that going to bounce? That's a throw. That's got to be a throw, and is. Good umpiring. Played on. Great work to O'Donoghue out there on the flank. Comes down the line. Haswell's made space again. He's freed himself up from Tomlinson at the moment. Thumping driving ball is perfect to Gibson. And Gibson's just so confident at the moment. His hands are very sticky. Lovely delivery. That is such good football. And let's see how Crawford, who loves a snap, but not so comfortable on the set shot like a lot of small forwards. Another good view down Kendall's camera lens here of this kick. You can see in the background there is just the slightest zephyr of a breeze. There's not, if there's anything, there's not much at all. If he kicks it, it's got to perhaps kick straight out at the goal umpire just to the right of centre. Crawford. Beautiful. That, ladies and gentlemen, is, if it already wasn't the case, is game over. Let's just see now how Cardiff go about this. Jackson Crawford's second goal. But let's see how Cardiff go about it now that they are 37 points behind. They're being put under pressure here enormously by a very talented and disciplined and well-structured Newcastle City side. With thanks to Hunter Haval, Brian Hilton, Haval North Gosford, Belmont 16-footers, ISC. Awards are us and CFM 101.3 FM. 37 points of difference here. And it's going to be very hard. Whoever's going to play Newcastle City and Terrigal-Avoca in the preliminary finals, which is the way it will be after today, good luck. Infraction, there's got to be a free kick this time because there's been 2 whistles given. And it's a free kick to Newcastle City. Must be the ruckman's kick. Cardiff infraction at the 50-metre line. So away they go. O'Malley running off Carley. O'Malley goes to the 3-quarter ball. Looking for and finding a very confident Reed Van Huysteed. My goodness, this man's developed in the last 2 seasons. Delivery out here. Lions. Misses. Newcastle City 10-7-67. Cardiff 4-5-29. By the time this ball comes in, there'll be 3 minutes gone in quarter number 4. We'll give you some score updates during the quarter, particularly that game at Fayen Oval. It's a very important game for the way the 6 will finish, particularly 5th and 6th. Ladder increasingly looking like it'll be Terrigal Oak and Newcastle City 1 and 2, Cardiff at 3, Killarney 4, and then Singleton or Warners Bay at 5 and 6. Square ball, brilliant from Dwyer, who's been absolutely superb on the wing. He's run rampant. O'Donoghue off one step. 3 or 4 players get a touch on that. Oh, shanked that kick, didn't he, Metcalf? Out here towards Wivell. Had a quiet day. Lovely handball, Tomlinson. Wivell's usually a good deliverer of the football, not that time. Rawnsley's got to put his head over it. Get rid of it, he does. Mitchell Knight's got to put pressure on here and try and get a stoppage. And they do. And very well done there. There was an overwhelming number of Cardiff players around the ball, but City did well enough to get their stoppage. Keys and Carley are the nominated ruckman. Dominated ruckman, you idiot. Nominated ruckman. Durbridge, right-hand handball, goes straight down the spine. Clark, a clever tap out to Pratt. Wheels onto his natural left foot. And that's a superb delivery to Nicholas Tomlinson, who goes immediately on his unnatural left foot and hits Hughes. Good to see Hughes starting to get some open pasture here. Carter player just running off. I think it might be Hawthorn running off underneath us with a bad limp. So Hughes for his second goal today. Expect a forward of his quality to finish here. It's not far out. Over the ball. And of course, commentators Miles slices it right. Cardiff 4-6-30. Newcastle City 10-7-67. 4.5 minutes gone. Final quarter. Next week it's Warners Bay and Terrigal of Oak on Black Diamond Cup action from Fay and Oval. Haswell, who's been quite brilliant today. Haswell and Dwyer must be in the votes, I reckon. They've just been outstanding. Blanchfield taking his time. Will be told to play on shortly. Has to go long, unconvincing kick really, and it falls short, falls right into the lap of Thompson. Mac O'Malley driving the ball forward. And again, not for the first time, though, Campbell intercepting. Pratt steps inside them. Off to the rat, Simon O'Brien. That's Carroll. No, it's not. It's Marshall, I think. Slices that one. Lashley, one bounce. Short handball to Tomlinson. Is at least making Haswell defend. Oh, Isaac Hughes, that's a very clever step. Tries with the check side. I don't think he could possibly kick that. And it's Wivell being harassed by Harder-Kynan. It's a behind. Cardiff 4-7-31. Newcastle City 10-7-67. 36 points of difference. 6 straight kicks. Cardiff's poor shooting. 4-7 costing them. Durbridge goes with the barrel and gets it. That's massive. That's 65 metres on the fly. Huge kick. Van Huisteen goes long. Crawford's at the back. He's going to read this. Trouble. Metcalf's about 27 inches taller than him. And that's a behind. Newcastle City 10-8-68. Cardiff 4-7-31. And it's great to see the barrel. Durbridge just belted that. It's like watching Ben Graham at his best for the Geelong Footy Club. Zachariah Metcalf at fullback taking this kick out. 37 points of difference. 7 kicks now. But Cardiff aren't going to win today. There's nothing they can do. Push out will be a kick to Keys. Yes. Good decision. Quinlan knows it. It was Hawthorn going under the ground. He's got a knee strapped. He's still a bit proppy, Hawthorn. So Cardiff possibly down to 20 fit men. Off to Campbell, who's been very solid today for mine. One of Cardiff's best. Short ball intercepted by Quinlan. Moroney. Well done, Newcastle City. That's showing their efforts there. Really getting into Cardiff there and making them work so hard. And the ball goes out of bounds at half-back flank. Just go back and start loading up the scores for our wonderful viewers. Really appreciate it, all of you watching us here on Bar TV. Always a pleasure calling football and having you watch us. Very tall. Oh, that's a good tackle. And good tackle. So the closest score, Warners Bay are now 7 goals at 18. And Singleton's score's been listed as 9-2-62. That's not right. And that's 50 metres against Pratt, who's had a tough day at the office. And they'll get in and give him a verbal. Here we go. Carroll. And they need to get him away from that. Pratt's a fiery customer. Mitchell Knight will go in and take a kick from about 5 or 10 metres. So, yes, just an update for you. At the moment, the scores are saying 62-60 in favour of Singleton, but that score's not right. 9 goals 2 is not 62. It should be 10-2. So it looks like it's down to the death there at Fane Oval. Mitchell Knight misses. 10-9-69. He was given a gift and unfortunately couldn't finish it. Mitchell Knight kicked to behind. Newcastle City 10-9-69 and Cardiff 4-7-31, sorry. Zachariah Metcalf at fullback. Comes to his natural right side. That ball's a terrible kick, really. Just skewed off the side. Been a bit of that here today in both games we've called. O'Donoghue going square. He's got a man free and kicks it straight down the throat of Cathcart. Why, I don't know. Poor kick, really, in the context of the game. Cathcart, low driving ball, is a beauty. Finds Hughes. Doesn't have to touch the football, Isaac. Durbridge knowing his stuff there. Good to see Isaac coming back with a better second half. Of course, oh, that's a free kick anyway against them. Must be a free kick to Selkirk. Oh, it's 50. And it's 50 as well. No, it's a free kick up the ground. I do beg your pardon. So Durbridge must have been interfered with. I wonder if that was Pratt again. Plays on. Now he's run. He's got to get his kick. Oh, it's a wow, that's a big 50. Geez, by land off him if that's 50 metres. Short ball. Comes in here. Gibson gets a right footer out. O'Brien again. Crawford. Quick. Crawford! Misses. 10-10-70 Newcastle City. Cardiff 4-7-31. I'd have backed Jackson Crawford there. That's the sort of goal he loves. On the run, snapping. Metcalf, see if he can get better contact with this one. Much better. Out towards Max. Hughes in there. They all went up towards Max Quinlan again. Left-hand handball. Durbridge. Not perfect this time. Van Hoestedt asking for a shepherd from Sweetenham. Or gives a shepherd to Sweetenham, I'm sorry. O'Donoghue up to the hot spot. Good unselfish play. Oh, good grab. Reckon that's young Taylor, and is. And he'll go back and have a shot at his first goal today. Puts the mouthguard into the sock, and we'll go back and go through his process. 10.5 minutes gone here at number 1 in the last quarter. Gibson coming up from a well-earned rest to be replaced by McDonald. Taylor. Slow, deliberate run-up. Will probably come into a bit of a canter shortly. Gets the skip step going and shanks it terribly. Newcastle City 10-11-71. Cardiff 4-7-31. 40 points of difference. 11 minutes gone in the last. Metcalf has come down. It's a likeness for coming down this combox side. Perhaps not this time. No, he goes to opposite side this time. Goes to his left. Gets it up in the air. Van Hoestedt and a good mark. Too good for Cathcart there. But him pointless. On his left. What a delivery by Reid Van Hoestedt to McDonald. Zach McDonald running off a perfect delivery. Van Hoestedt would be in the votes too. I'm thinking Dwyer, Van Hoestedt and Haswell for mine. They're the 3 players that I'll be looking at as your vote getters. Campbell and O'Brien have been solid for Cardiff in a reasonably well-beaten side. McDonald, tightish angle, decides to go check side, hits the wrong side of the ball and hits it out of bounds on the full. 12 minutes gone now in the fourth quarter. If Kendall just pans left, you can see the score. If he goes left about 2 minutes, there's the score. That's the correct score. 40 points the difference. 10-11 to 4-7. Pratt. Giving away a couple of free kicks today, as Jack. Shorts. Trouble. Mitchell Knight coming like a freight train. Cardiff in a bit of strife here. Lashley. Handballs out to Gretz. Durbridge puts pressure on him. Oh, well done with hands. I think that's Blanchfield. Hughes comes from, it was Blanchfield. Oh, actually it was Thompson. And that's Haswell marking Tomlinson. Dwyer, who's been brilliant down that right wing all day. Short ball. She ends up being quite a good kick. I was a bit dubious on it, but Carroll. Another short ball. Perfect to Durbridge. Now, Durbridge, let me tell you, can kick that. He's kicked goals from outside, although I've seen them, he kicked them on the run. This will test the fullback. He's going to kick from Well, 51, 53 metres, something like that. Let's have a look and see how Durbridge goes about it. Gets it up in the air. Bit underneath it, I think. Hits the post. Newcastle City a run of behinds. Now 10-12-72. Cardiff 4-7-31. I will give you a score update from Fane Oval in a moment. All the other games seem to be well settled. Off there to Lashley. Got that screen open for you. So there we go. Out here towards Bow. Can he get there to make a chest mark? He can't. So sums up Cardiff's day at the moment. O'Brien, who's been excellent today. And picked off there by Selkirk. Yep. Robson, good tackle, Selkirk. Look at Newcastle City swarming in from all angles. They won't stop. That might be holding the ball, not given. And the quickest update. So it's dead level at Fane Oval. Warners Bay remarkably 7 goals, 20-62. Singleton 10-2-62. What a thriller at Fane Oval. Again, that's pretty much a design fifth. Could decide fifth or sixth place. What a tackle, Mitchell Knight. Brutal and fair and right in it. And look at this. Up they get. That was hard football. No quarter given or asked for. And back comes Clark. That was hard. Love it. Durbridge. Wish I was that hard in a football field, I'll tell you. More good tackling here. They're ripping in. It's good to see. All fair stuff too. Yes, I wasn't known for my tough tackling. There's a player injured down here. Who's been that player that was tackled? Is that Isaac Hughes? Off comes Knight. So there's a player. Are we waiting for the umpires? No, we are not. That's Clark who's gone down. Pratt waiting for the bounce as he has to. Left-hand handball comes out. Red Best Harder-Conan falls over. Could have got a push in the back. Handball out from Robson was excellent. Isaac Hughes putting on that speed. And Rauncey picks off Ryan. Not quite perfect kick from Hughes, it had to be. Going right to Dwyer. Watch them run and spread. This is so good to watch this side run and spread. And it'll be fascinating to see them in the finals. Who's going to stop them? I suspect there's only one team that can. Lyons straight down the line. Perfect kick. Absolutely brilliant delivery to Thompson. A couple of Newcastle City players not happy with the way he was dealt with after it. Goes square. Selkirk's on his own, alone and unattended. Just inside the arc. 27 goal scoring shots to 12 at Fane Oval, but it's dead level. Off comes the very skillful Durbridge. Selkirk, I would have thought, too far out. Pulls it left badly, and it's a behind. Stats Baldwin gives the behind signal. It's 10-13-73. Cardiff 4-7-31. We've got 16 minutes in this quarter. Remarkably, there's only been one goal, kicked by Jackson Crawford. Off to the side, off to Risby in 22. And good mark there to Bow in 24, in front of Max Quinlan. Off the skews off the side, really a poor kick. Sort of sums up Cardiff's day, really. Just, there were one period there in the second quarter they got really close, and in the second half, Newcastle City have kicked 6 goals to 1, and that sort of sums up the day, really. Well, here we go. Back into the ruck contest. Carley, this impressive newcomer, O'Donoghue, thumps it forward, off to the side slightly. And Gibson gets a hand to it, and Zach Metcalf sees it out. 73-31, 42 points of difference, 7 straight goals. I'll give you a score update from Fane Oval in a couple of minutes' time. Killarney Vale will beat Gosford. Nelson Bay will beat Maitland. Turrigal Vocal will beat Wyong Lakes, and Newcastle City will beat Cardiff. Those results are in the bag. It's just at Fane Oval, the only close game in the comp today. Down to Gretz, who's been well held today for mine. Thompson gives a handball almost to no one. O'Malley cannot get out of there. Good tackle, Pratt. Good upper body strength. In comes Gretz. Van Hoostreet is trying to get in there. And umpire stand quick with the whistle. Gets in there. Stops any further trouble. It's Keys and Quinlan putting their hands up. Quinlan over the shoulder. Gibson. A fascinating handball. Crawford's capable of kicking that, you know. And good mark to just couldn't get enough purchase on it. Metcalf. Reliable at fullback. Swings it wide to Lashley. Looking for a handball. Running on is Campbell. In Carter's best 3 or 4 today. Van Hoostreet on the best 3 in the ground for mine. Cathcart. Out there to Marshall. Back here to Trent Thompson now. Quick handball. And here they go. Thompson on the... And there's a whistle. Don't know what for. Umpire Shergold quite clear that in his whistle there. Ball given back correctly. Gretz is on in the centre short if he wants him. He doesn't. Point Moroney looking at his options. He's going to have to go square and short to Lashley. Half-back flank deep over there. And I don't know whether Ryan got a touch before that went out of bounds in the full. He did. So, go back and get the score update for you very shortly. It takes about 30 seconds to bring that up. Ball coming in here. Carly. Lashley. Going forward. Well done, Lashley. Not too many options up forward for him. Up there to Marshall again. Gretz. Out there from Carly. Pratt goes with the soccer tactics, somewhat effective. In front of Van Hoosted. Ryan, brilliantly tackled. That's a drop kick and gone. Now, quite remarkable. Nelson, Warners Bay have gone in front of Singleton. They've kicked 7 goals, 22, and they're in front by 2 points. What a thriller at Fane Oval. Singleton seemed to have stopped attacking-wise. At the back, oh, good work, Thompson. Hold his shape there. Thompson, free kick paid for a throw and goes to Cardiff. Zachariah Metcalf gets the free kick. Not too many options. He's going to go short and wide. Campbell had a good day at the office today, Campbell. Liked his game today. Tomlinson been solid. Spent time on Haswell, giving up on that endeavour. Dwyer, brilliant today. Absolutely superb from Dwyer. Newcastle City will be very happy with that young man's form. Oh, good tackle, Michael Ryan. Although there was an after that, there was a sling at the end. Perhaps not necessary. Over there, Carroll. Brilliant handball. There's Harder-Condon. Oh, was that Lyons? What a delivery. It might have been Harder-Condon, actually. O'Malley. Here goes the machine. Rawnsley just chips it up. Away goes. That's Blanchfield in 10. Handball's back to Edwards. Crawford chasing Edwards. Blanchfield drops it. Drags it back in now, and it's over the line. So 21 minutes, 20 and a half minutes gone. Right over there near the side screen. And going to be a comfortable win to Newcastle City. And our preliminary finalists are pretty much done and dusted. Newcastle City and Terrigal Vicar will get a week off on the 24th of August to lick their wounds. They'll have a training run that day, I suspect. Go and watch some football and have a rest and put their feet up. Thompson. Metcalf's back there. Will take a mark. Oh, actually dropped it. Newcastle City is scoring in behinds at the moment, a bit like Warners Bay. Newcastle City 10-14-74. Cardiff 4-7-31. Pratt, that's dangerous. Van Hoosted intercepts there on Lashley. And just before we finish the broadcast today, in a couple of minutes' time, we'll go over again to Fayen and just check the scores over there for you. What a thriller. 7 goals, 22. Marty Ryman will be catatonic. So Andrew Scott will be praying for someone to come up with a goal for his Roosters. Ball. They thought the ruckmen were a bit deep there, and they were. They had to run forward to get the contest. Carly, square. Dwyer's going to get a terrible bounce. He does it very well, trying to get it, and they don't. O'Brien cascading through the middle. Prime athlete at his very best. Gretz looking for leads. Ryan, it's a terrible kick, actually. Doesn't do him any favours at all. Off there from Harder-Condon. Wide. O'Donoghue. Brilliant delivery, O'Malley. Sweetnam's got to run for him into the pocket. Sweetnam's got to run forward. There he is. That's where it's going to go to Brady Sweetnam. He's run forward, run hard. Thompson and Sweetnam. Sweetnam does enough to get it out of bounds. 2.5 left in this one. It's going to be a good win for the Blues. Be very hard to see Cardiff doing much damage to either Newcastle City or Terrigal Vicar on this form. A couple of blokes out, and you never know what happens in finals, but it's been a good day out for Tim Cotter and his Newcastle City side. Max Quinlan at a double attempt gets it out to no one in particular. Sweetnam, Robson. Over there goes Lyons. O'Brien's been excellent today. Well done by Carroll. Handball comes out. Well done, Harder-Kiner. Was that out of bounds in the full? No, it's not. I'll just get a final up. I'll get an update for you in a moment for that game, that thrilling game at Fane Oval. Right at the end of this coverage, we'll get that for you. Good tap out Keys. Lyons tries to feed Thompson. That's a fair tackle, I thought. Rawnsley square. Taylor makes a contest there now. Is there a free kick behind play? Play on given. Dwyer to finish off a brilliant day for him. And again, the only thing City have done wrong today is they're shooting in the last quarter. They've had a good day at the office. Minute left here. Handball comes out, Thompson. Another handball feeding O'Malley. He'll try to go backwards. Does. Ryan. Whistle behind play. Not sure what form. Perhaps O'Malley got dealt with after he got rid of the football. Some unhappy campers in cheese and beetroot today. O'Malley squares it. Hit the chest of Campbell. Should tap that out to Campbell and does. Good work, Blanchfield. Made an effort. Dwyer chasing. Tomlinson, who's got Durbridge for company. Short ball, Tomlinson. Gets to Hoymaroni now. Good pressure. Look at this. City don't stop, do they? They'll be entitled to sit on rest on their laurels. Dwyer chasing Tomlinson. Tomlinson's usually a good user and will hit right on the chest. And this will quite possibly be the last kick of the game. While that's coming, I'll go and get you some scores and then see what's going on at Fane. Oh, you won't believe the final score. It's absolutely ridiculous. Robson, last kick of the game, gets underneath it, and that's going to go through, I think, for a goal. Don't think anybody touched that at all. Didn't. Goal to Robson, and there's full time. So full time here with our final goal to Robson. Newcastle City have finished at 10-15-75. Cardiff, 5 goals, 7-37. Reed Van Hoosted, the star of the day, with 5 goals. The only other multiple goal kicker, Jackson Crawford. Liam Dwyer will win the Subway Morissette Player of the Match for a superb performance in the wing. And over at Fane Oval, a quite ridiculous scoreline. I don't think I've seen something like this for a long time. Singleton have finished 10-2-62, and they've been beaten by Warners Bay. 7 goals, 23-65. Kendall's laughing at the side. I can't quite believe that scoreline. It'll be interesting to catch up with the guys tonight and see how they're off feeling. Connor Haswell didn't finish off the game. He's taken his shoes off, so hopefully he's okay. It's been a great day here. Thank you, Kendall Clausen, for a wonderful job as always, our EP. Thanks to the team at Tyes Hill. I'm looking forward to tomorrow at Pasterfield, and we'll see you next week at Fane Oval with our full team back. It's been enjoyable flying solo, but I'm looking forward to having Lucas with me next week and Sam Zickman tomorrow. On behalf of Kendall Clausen, my name is David Redden, and we bid you a very good afternoon from Newcastle #1 Sports Ground.